Good morning, everyone. This is a mic test. Hope you're doing well.
This is Sunday Life Dharma mic test 1 2 3 mic 2 1 2 3 okay. Happy Sunday and happy Father's Day. Please join me in warm-up exercise. So you can stand up now. Spread your feet shoulder width and gently bend your toes. Wiggle your ankle. The other side. Very good. Gently kick. Now fingers together, palms out. Wiggle your arms. Move your arms side to side. And swing your arms up, down. Good, arms down. Palms up, fingers in, back side. Turn your palms back up again. 4, 3, 2, 1, arms down, left arm, right arm, the other way around. And grab the elbow, turn your body to your side and stretch. Same way, the other side. And come back, arms down. Cross your arms up, breathe in, breathe out. Once again, breathe in, breathe out. Hands on your waist, circle your waist. Reverse. One more time, reverse the direction. Make it bigger. Reverse. And come back. Chin down, roll, roll, roll. Loosen your neck. Chin up, same way. Wiggle your neck. Back to center. Now right ear to your right shoulder. Same way, tilt your head to your left. Come back and turn your head to your right side. Come back to the opposite side. Come back. Make a big circle with your head. When you get to the bottom, reverse the direction. And come back. Good job. Arms out, 2 fingers together. And cross your arms 2 different directions. To your side, the opposite way, back to the center again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms down. Shake your arms. Now let's review the movement that we learned last week. Your right palm up, circling to your side. Add up your left arm, making 2 different circles. Go slow. Good. This is 1. And cross your wrist 2. Again. 1, 2. Turn your body to your left. Push your arms together. 3. From 1. 1, 2, 3. Good job. And this is 4 and 5. And bring your arms back in. Make a wheel. 6. Gentle fist. Punch. This is 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. To the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's keep to the one side only. So right palm circling, good. Left palm down, 2 circles, right? 1, 1, 1 becomes 2. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come back. Arms up, arms down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, right arm up, left arm down. Breathe out. Cross and change. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, out. In, out. Fully stretch your arms. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Cross your arms again. Breathe in. Out. The other way around. Breathe in and out. Put your arms out. Turn your body to your right. Draw in your left arm all the way in. Splash your fingers and look at your right thumb. Very good. Back to center. Arms out. Now to your left. Right arm in. Come back. Good job. Now push it to your right. Splash your fingers. Come back. Push it to your left. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Come back. Push it. Breathe in. Hold your breath. Tense your body. And come back. Breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. One more round. Breathe in. Hold. Tense. Hold. And breathe out. Release the tension. Breathe in. Hold. Tense. And breathe out. Arms down together. Arms up together. Circling your arms down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Big circling, 2 breaths through. Breathe in and out. Pause. Breathe in. Out. Arms go down all the way. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in Palms out, palms down. Breathe in and out. Arms go down slowly. Breathe in again. Breathe out. Relax your shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. One last time. Breathe in up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Fingers down. Relax your arms. Breathe out. Now please join me in bowing practice to the Dharmakaya Buddha Fourfold Grace. Grace of heaven and earth. Grace of parents. Grace of fellow beings. Grace of laws and universal principles. This is Sunday Life Dharma. Welcome everyone. Children and teens, I'm so glad to have you guys this morning. Adults, grown-ups, welcome and thank you for joining us this morning too. Especially today, all the fathers, welcome and happy Father's Day. Together, we'll celebrate Father's Day through meditation, Sutra chanting, and a Dharma talk. And we'll begin with sitting meditation. So now take your time to find the most comfortable position, either on a floor or in a chair. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. And please say this mantra together with me. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. One more time. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. You may wiggle to release any tensions in your body, like side to side, back and forth, and you can twist your spine, and relax into your shoulders and soften your face. Breathe in, grab all your tension, breathe out, release any mental or physical uneasiness. idea is relax your whole body. It is okay to slouch a little bit if that feels more natural to you. Just remember to let your mind's eye on belly breathing. So let's practice belly breathing. Breathe and listen to your body. If your body agrees, gradually sit up tall. Straighten gently your spine without losing your focus on your belly breathing, lower abdomen breathing. You may start to feel your lower back growing stronger and your chest and shoulder opening. Now bring your awareness to your tongue. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. While your tongue is relaxed on your palate, pure and clear saliva may gather in the mouth. This is a delightful sign of cool energy ascending. Invite your awareness to return to your lower abdomen, your chi energy field. This energy field is called Tanjan, and it is located about 2 inches below your navel. This is a power center for your breathing. Enjoy your 7 minutes of quiet sitting in meditation. Prayer chant 영주.
영주 천지영기야 심정 만사요야 심통 천지와 동일체하여 천지동심정 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 심정 만사요야 심통 천지와 동일체하여 천지동심정 천지영기야 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 심정 만사요야 심통 천지와 동일체하여 천지동심정.
Please join your palms together for prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world's conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. As we greet Father's Day, we honor our fathers whose support, love, and wisdom shape the foundation of our children's lives and prepare them for adulthood. we remember our fathers and the significant father figures in our lives. Reflecting on the grace we receive, we send a prayer of gratitude to our fathers. This we pray with our whole hearts. Namu Amitabha. Namu Amitabha. Namu Amitabha. Namu Amitabha. Now, you're welcome to join me in Sutra chanting meditation. Today's chant is Heart Sutra.
Heart Sutra. The Bodhisattva of great compassion, when deeply practicing Prajnaparamita, realized that all five aggregates are empty and thus became free from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, whom does not differ from emptiness, emptiness does not differ from form, is emptiness, emptiness is form, the same is true of sensations, perceptions, impulses, and consciousness. O Shariputra, all dharmas are empty, they do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease in emptiness. No form, no sensations, no perceptions, no impulses, no consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no mobile, ear, nose, tongue, body of mind, conscious. No ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, no old days and death, no extinction of them, no suffering, no cause of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no past, no wisdom, no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva relies on Prajnaparamita, therefore the mind has no hindrance without any hindrance, no fears exist, free from delusion, one dwells in nirvana. All Buddhas of the past, present, and future rely on Prajnaparamita and attain supreme enlightenment. Therefore, note Prajnaparamita is the great mantra, is the great enlightening mantra, is the unsurpassed and unequaled mantra, which is able to eliminate all suffering. This is true, not false, so proclaim the Prajnaparamita mantra, which says, gone, gone, gone beyond, far beyond. Paragate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhisvaha, Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhisvaha.
영주
천지연기하신정 만사요해하신정 천지요와 동일체하여 천지경신정 천지연기하신정 만사요해하신정 천지요와 동일체하여 천지경신정 천지연기하신정 만사요해하신정 천지요와 동일체하여 천지경신정 천지연기하신정 만사요해하신정 천지요와 동일체하여 천지경신정.
Thank you, Reverend Wangong, for letting our family chant Yongju. Now we're going to have a few moments to reflect on why prayer and meditation is important to us. And we're going to start with Ishan Yu. Go ahead.
Prayer meditation helps us cultivate our original true nature by being peaceful. Now, Ani Yu will have some words.
Now.
Meditation and prayer helps me to center my mind and focus on the present moment. Now, Rupuyu will have some words.
Prayer reminds me that we are one and we are whole. And now Andrew Yu will share his thoughts. Go.
Prayer and meditation helps me find calm and peace despite my troubled, busy mind. And thank you, Reverend Wangong and Reverend Ginger, for allowing us to allow our community to come to our home to chant Yongju and share some of our personal thoughts about prayer and meditation. 감사합니다.
Good morning. My name is Kathleen, and I'm one of the practitioners at this temple. And this morning, I'm giving a talk called The Practice and Power of True Inquiry. I could be a better car owner. While I have maintained my car and keep it fairly clean, there is one thing I hardly ever do. I do not open the owner's manual to learn how my car works. The thing is, I've been driving for almost 50 years, and so when I get into a car for the first time, I check for the location of the turn signal, headlights, and the other things I need, and then I just drive. But as technology has become more sophisticated, there are now some controls in my car that I completely ignore because I have no idea what they are for, and I rationalize that since I haven't used them, they're probably not very important. Imagine what I might learn if I read the owner's manual. Sometimes we humans approach ourselves in a similar way. Once we are born, we start figuring things out, like language and gravity and how to move our fingers and toes. But after a while, we stop investigating ourselves and the world around us. Just like me and my car, we simply press on the accelerator and start driving. Well, it turns out that in Won Buddhism, we have a teaching that completely upends this approach to living. This teaching is the threefold practice. It is a dynamic practice trio in which we cultivate equanimity, inquire into human affairs and universal principles, and make mindful choices in action. Reverend Wonkong has a shorthand version. She says, cultivate the spirit, cultivate wisdom, mindful action. It's useful to know that while the threefold practice looks like a list, it does not move in a linear way like a snowball rolling downhill. Cultivating the spirit does not necessarily lead straight to wisdom and then to mindful action, 1, 2, 3, done. Instead, when we engage with the threefold practice, we dance with it. The effects from one of its aspects become seeds for the causes in the other two. To make this clearer, let's walk through an example. Begin by imagining me cultivating my mind and spirit through meditation. Over time, my spirit grows and my mind settles and becomes less murky. As a result, I become more compassionate and more observant. I begin noticing that some of my neighbors are having difficulty enjoying our local park because the footpaths there are narrow, rough, and bumpy. These conditions make the park inaccessible to my friends who use wheelchairs and walkers and pose dangers to those who are blind. I want to help, but on its own, compassion is limited. I need information, so I inquire. I learn about universal design practices and horticulture. Let's imagine that my good intentions and knowledge work together and lead to mindful action. I build an easily accessible community park open to everyone. So, I cultivated my spirit, I gathered information, and I used them to guide my actions. But remember, the threefold practice is dynamic. What if, once the park was built, some people started congratulating me and my ego became inflated? What if other people were upset because I destroyed a local ecosystem when I used concrete to create nice, smooth, wide paths throughout the park? All these outcomes, the compassion, the observation, the inquiry, the park, the congratulations, the complaint, and the eco-destruction, are seeds for me that will fold back into the threefold practice. They will guide me to re-examine my ego, inquiry, strengthen my practice, cultivating the spirit, and design better parks, mindful action. When I first came across the threefold practice, I found its simplicity and interplay of cause and effect very appealing. As a nerd-type person who has a fondness for details and data, I was intrigued that inquiry was given such a special status. Our second head Dharma master described inquiry like this: inquiry into human affairs and universal principles is the study that involves gaining knowledge about all things and principles. So, human affairs can cover everything related to human life, from language to DNA, from music to humor. Universal principles can cover everything from the laws of physics to the laws of Dharma. Okay, but compared to the seeming vastness of cultivating our spirit, or the incalculable power of our actions, why is inquiry so important? Inquiry is important because what we do matters, and our actions arise from what we know and how we think. Our founding teacher Sote-san said, "A great practice begins with inquiry into the principle of one's own true nature, knowing the realm that is originally free from attachment, and then performing actions in everyday life that are free from attachment." This teaching tells us that true inquiry is foundational to our practice. And while gathering knowledge does expand our perceptions, authentic inquiry is more than glimpsing at truth or cherry-picking fun facts from the universe or peeling back layers of our psyche and examining its contents. True inquiry is a practice in itself, and as a practice, true inquiry requires something of us. It requires that we seek knowledge with unrestrained sincerity and full openness, that we disclose our attachments to the questions we ask and the answers we find and dissolve them completely, especially when we anticipate they might make us uncomfortable. I have been thinking about the practice of true unfettered inquiry quite a bit since I became a practitioner of Won Buddhism. In the last several years, I have been thinking specifically about the intersection of my practice and my life as a white woman living in our racialized society. Several years ago, I was introduced to the powerful history of racial identity in the United States when I took a class called Race and the Law at North Carolina Central University, a historically black college. Later, racial equity trainings and participation in a racial equity team at a local nonprofit helped me further consider how the concept and history of race shapes my existence and responses, and those of everyone in this country. As a white person, it is very difficult to know that I am connected to a racial violence and privilege that has inflicted so much damage and pain. As I have processed what I have learned and am learning, I have become very grateful for mind practice. The ability, to the extent that I have it, to pause and calmly watch my mind has been useful. Observing and learning to accept what I have found there has helped me sit with unsettling truths about systemic racism, implicit bias, and white privilege and ease, and to know that I am not a magical exception to the influences of culture, systems, and history, no matter how much I wish this was true. Mind practice has helped me focus on looking and seeing, rather than flinching, looking away, and freezing. When I can watch my thoughts with a still mind, the stillness invites me to inquire further. My belief is that as I continue this practice of authentic inquiry, I will further identify and dig out the racialized parts of my mind. My intention is that the resulting wisdom will guide me to meaningful, mindful action. A couple of weeks ago, Reverend Ginger talked to us about pulling out weeds from our minds. To pull them effectively, we need to know what the weeds look like so we can follow the green parts all the way down to their deeply entangled roots. Each of us grows a unique set of weeds in the ground of our mind, some that we planted and nurtured ourselves, and others that were planted within us unasked by our families, communities, histories, education, experiences, cultures, and bodies. If we want our minds and experience and spirits to breathe freely, we need to pull out these weeds, and the practice of authentic inquiry is an essential tool for doing just that. If, however, we approach questioning and inquiry with a less than wholehearted intention, everything crumbles. Love without knowledge leads to disaster. Knowledge without wisdom is just data hoarding. A half-hearted inquiry leads to insipid outcomes. In contrast, the practice of true wholehearted inquiry is intentional and powerful. We settle our minds so we can inquire deeply and open ourselves fully to the knowledge we find. We seek ways to inquire. They are innumerable. For me, it can range from introspection to Dharma study, to research and podcasts and deep listening. When our threads of honest knowledge weave together, they ignite a spark of wisdom that sets us free to manifest love and compassion for the world and for ourselves. Does this sound beautiful? Yes, but it may not be easy. An authentic practice can be personally disruptive and painful. Yet, it is always effective, it is always necessary, and it leads to powerful outcomes. Reverend Martin Luther King had a view about powerful outcomes. He said, "Love without power is sentimental and anemic. Power at its best is love, implementing the demands of justice. And justice at its best is power correcting everything that stands against love." In our practice journey, all of us have been invited to question ourselves deeply and inquire about our world. So let's accept the invitation. Let's ask. Our authentic questions and unfiltered answers are seeds of hope and power for ourselves, our communities, our world, and our future. Thank you. Please join me in sitting for a brief moment of silent sitting meditation. let's finish this morning with morning prayer song. Dharmakaya Buddha, for full grace, I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind, may I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dharmakaya Buddha, for full grace, I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, for full grace, I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world. Thank you so much for joining us today. Happy Father's Day to all the dads. Please click subscribe to our online streaming. That will help us. And in about 10 minutes, we will be having a Zoom gathering for those who would like to visit or have questions or would like to join together for conversation. We will place a link in the chat box. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Be happy and be well.